Hi everybody, my name is Billy from Piano and Pies, and this is the tutorial for Love Is A Stillness. Let's get stuck straight in. We're in standard tuning for this song, and the beginning has just a few different chords to play, and we're going to have a G major to begin with. Now we're talking about the part where Sam is singing, and what they do is we have a G major that's going to go to what you call a G/F sharp. Now G major is a 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, 0, 0, 0, and then a 3 on the high E string. Then to go to this G/F sharp, which is just a G chord with an F sharp in the bass, keep your little finger where it is, pointy finger moves up from there to the fret 2 on the E string, and play everything else the same. It's what we call a passing chord. Now I'll talk about strumming in just a moment, but let me talk through the chord shapes first. We then have an E minor. Now E minor is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings, and then 0 on the remaining strings. And then we have a D major, which is an open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E. Now those 4 chords are going to get you through the first half of the verse. Let's talk about how we play those. And what we're going to do is play... Now, because there's no guitar part in this, it's purely piano, we can kind of make up our own pattern if we like. And what I think works perfectly with the track is... And for every chord, apart from D, I'm playing down, down, up. 1, 2, and. Like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and... And then we're going to sustain the D chord, we're going to let it ring out before we go to the next part of the song. Now it's worth mentioning, there's quite a few chords going on with this song, and there's more than one section to the song. So it's worth mentioning that if you want the chord chart for this, as well as the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you want to play along with the track or sing along and play along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, then head on over to Patreon, I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get access to not only this song, but to well over 470 other songs of the latest releases. In fact, there's a few Sam Smith songs on there already, so you can get their music as well. And in fact, the people on the screen who are my active patrons, they'll get this the moment this video goes live. More about those later. So let's dig in with the second part of the verse. Now the second part of the verse goes from C to a C/B. And C major, if you're not familiar with it, is 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. And a C/B, which is the following chord, we take away that finger, this finger goes up to fret 2 on the A string, and keep pointy finger where it is, and that is a C/B. And we play... Final part of the verse has 2 chords, again 2 new chords, A minor, an open A, 2, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B and an open E. In fact, there's only one new chord and that was it, because the last chord is a G major chord, so you'll end the verse the way you started it, with a G major chord. So I'm now going to play through the full verse, shouting out the chords as I go. G major, G/F sharp, E minor, D major, C/B, A minor, G. Now you're going to play through those chords twice for the first verse. However, after that point, we've got a chorus, and the chorus has a new set of chords plus a new chord in there as well. So let's check that out. The chorus starts off with the A minor chord that we've seen before. G. We then have this chord here, which is a B7 chord. B7, we don't play the low E string. We do play fret 2 on the A string, 1 on the D, 2 on the G, an open B, and 2 on the high E string. So yeah, up to now we have the A minor to G, B7, then it goes to E minor, but it carries on with B7, E minor, then we have A major, and then a D major. Now A major is a new chord, which is an open A string, 2, 2, 2 on the D, G and B, And then an open E string, we don't play the low E string. Now, I always play my A major chord with those 3 fingers, because I have slightly chunkier fingers, but a lot of people will play A major with those 3 fingers. It sounds the same, so just go with whichever approach you find easiest. So I'm now going to play through that chorus section without talking over the top of it. You will notice that compared to the verse, where there was chords every couple of beats, most chords here, in fact, looking at the sheet, all of them are 4 beats long, so just basically they're twice as long for every chord. Here's the chorus. At that point, it goes into what is the second verse. Now, this song is incredibly short. I think it's under 2 minutes long, which is a shame because it's actually a really, really beautiful piece. I'd love it to have maybe a bridge section. The reason why I talk about it is because the second verse is just the same as the first verse, so the same chord you had before. You'll play through it twice, so it's exactly the same. And then after that, there's a nice whistling part going on, which is yet again the same chords 2 times round. And then that's the end of the song. So yeah, it is an insanely short song, and we're taking 2 sets of chords and basically repeating one of them a bunch of times. And it's worth mentioning that, yes, if you do want the chord chart for this, so you don't have to memorize those sections, because although there's only 2 sections, there's a ton of chords in them. But yeah, feel free to check out the link over to Patreon, and for the price of that coffee, you can get those sheets wrote out professionally by myself. Just like the people on the screen, like I mentioned earlier, those lucky guys get to get the sheet. Quick, I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, they get to get the sheet the moment this video goes live. So thank you very much for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.